Hey guys, it's Fusion Timmy here, and welcome back to another build. Yesterday, I did Naruto. It was a really cool video, you guys seem to actually love it, and I know this one you're gonna love even more because all of my fans are Itachi fanboys. So don't even try hiding it, that's why you came here. That's exactly why you clicked on this video. I think it's a really cool idea to have a really Itachi loadout. You know what, that's fine. I'm gonna do my best to help you guys out. So, this loadout is not completely perfect. There are a couple things that are missing and a couple things that can be switched out. But this is basically as close to an Itachi loadout as I could come up with. There's only like one or two moves I'm actually missing that might make this better. But overall, this is really solid. So, first off, what you want to have is the Bankai Akuma. Obviously, this is Itachi's signature bloodline. First move is an auto dodge. So basically in PvP, this is the best auto dodge in the game. I don't care. It's better than Risers. You want to know why? In Risers, basically, yeah, you can put people in a genjutsu, but you can't cast any moves. Also, you cannot charge while you're in that. While in the Bankai Akuma auto dodge, you can charge, you can use any move, and you can still use a genjutsu if that's what you want to do. It has more versatility, you're able to be in it longer, and I overall think the Bankai auto dodge is just better. I don't see why people get so confused on that. It's like they just see that, hey, you can use a genjutsu in this one, you can't do it in the other one. No, there's a difference. And trust me, Bankai, it's overall better in the auto dodge department. Now, in the third move, which is like Fire Blaze, I genuinely think it's worse than the Riser move. The Riser move does more damage and it has a wider range. This one can be good in some situations, but I don't think it's that great. So if I was you, I would swap this out for another damage-dealing move. If you want to use the Riser move just to keep it kind of Itachi style, you can. But yeah, this one's not the best. You might want to swap that out. I'm just putting it in there because it is an Itachi move. Now we have the Tsukiyomi. You know, obviously, this is the genjutsu. It puts them in a bubble. It has a huge range. Okay, normally it would get both of these, but basically it has a huge range and it puts them in a genjutsu. However, as you can see, I have something else over here that does the exact same thing in a way cooler way. So technically, you don't even have to have this genjutsu here, because you could use this move right here, and it's just meant for Itachi at this point. So basically what it is, it has this big smoke cloud that puts everything around it in bubbles. And it has crows. Look at that. If you're wondering where you can get that, it's in the sub ability section. If you just go down, you'll see this. Illusion style, Crow Salvation, right? That's it. That's it. That's basically the move. You can get it from one of the bosses, which is the Bankai boss, I'm pretty sure. And basically, it just drops. You're able to use it, and it works exactly as the genjutsu does. The problem is, when you use it, it basically makes the genjutsu go on cooldown. I believe. Why is it not going on cooldown? Did I just figure out a glitch? What the? Okay. There we go. That I was about to say. I was like, wait a minute. You could have used two genjutsus? There's a global cooldown that basically allows you to only use one at a time. So obviously you don't want to have two things that you can only use one of. So you definitely want to swap one of these out. But I would recommend keeping this one and getting rid of the bloodline move because you could replace it with something better. Just my opinion. And that's it for the bloodline moves. The next thing is going to be the tool. So we actually have a sword called the Bankai blade, which is literally made for Itachi or Bankai Akuma, as you can imagine. It says Bankai Akuma on the blade. It's a classic blade. I've always used it. It's been my favorite. I used to use Bankai Akuma all the time, and I still do. It's like it's going to be probably incorporated into every single loadout I make because it's one of the best PvP bloodlines. A lot of people didn't realize that until now, but it's amazing. Now we're going to go on to like the side stuff. It doesn't really matter what you do. It really doesn't. But I guess if you want to do something smart, you could do something like fire. Anything that has like elements. Use a lot of fire jutsus, so it makes sense. Either way, it doesn't really matter on the ninja tools as much. That's why I didn't really care that much about it. Obviously, you want to have the health stim if you're doing PvP. That just cannot be changed. Now we have our first move. Body replacement. Now this basically just allows you to, while in combat, just use this. You'll get hit, and you're able to like replace your body so you don't take any damage. It's really good. Really good for basically combos. It's really good for fighting people. A lot of people use it. I think it fits because it's just such a classic thing in Naruto. So is this. If you right click and you double hop, like you see the little log, that's classic Naruto right there. The next thing is actually a very Itachi-like move. And what that is the Satori Inferno Bomb Rush. This is basically Akuma style Rasengans. This is a bomb toss. This is the move I said I was missing. You can incorporate this, but I normally don't like tosses because normally they miss. It's like such a waste of a slot to me because you're normally going to miss it, and that's like so much damage lost and time lost. I don't use tosses, but you could if you wanted to go all Itachi. Now the rush, however, is even better than the normal rush. So if this is the normal Rasengan rush, it does about, like, I think 44k. This does 46k. And when you're in mode, that number jumps even more by like 4 to 5k. So this is actually a better move than the normal Rasengan rush, as you can see. It does crazy damage. It's really good. Look at the little effect it left. That's how good that move is. It's crazy. The next one is actually just basically a second auto dodge. It's something I always used in PvP because you could technically have like 3 or 4 auto dodges even though they're not on the global cooldown. It's basically auto dodges. You got a genjutsu, you get this oh no, I'm so stupid. You get this genjutsu, and then if you have a tailed spirit, you're actually able to like ride on it, which is kind of like getting away from your opponents. It's kind of like an auto dodge. You can even charge on your tailed spirit. I made a video on that a while back of how it's a secret thing that a lot of people don't know. But then there's also this technique, which can be found right here. Fog Dissolution. Now basically what this does is you're not able to use a move or anything, but you completely go invisible and you get really fast and you're able to just run away from people. Just like, woo, I'm out of here. And then they won't know where you are for a while and you're able to charge up and use a move, whatever you want to do. So it's obviously really good. Now we have another attack move, Dual Electro. Basically dual Chidoris, which are really freaking cool. And I feel like it just fit the character. It's not the strongest move or anything, but I think it looks really awesome, and it's just kind of meant for that. Then we have this move, which is Reality Style Warp. This move is not the best, but it can be used pretty effectively. Basically what you do is you use this, and it uses your stamina, but it allows you to block certain attacks. I feel like it just fit because Akuma, you know? Not really an Itachi thing, but like I said, there's not that many moves that are just for Itachi, so I'm just kind of making stuff up. I have to make the best load I possibly can. Obviously, the mode of Bankai Akuma is pretty solid. There's quite a few forms. I think it's just 3. Pretty sure it's just 3, yeah. And there's also the Bankai Spirit. I don't actually own that. I do have the Riser Spirit, but I don't have the Bankai Spirit. I never really got it. But basically allows you to use the Susanoo. And you can see on the right, though, just with Form 3, 2,800 Chi, 2,700 Ninjutsu, 3,000 Taijutsu, and 2,700 HP. Really good stats. You're able to block. You can do a lot of damage. I'll go and show you how much damage you can do. If it'll allow me. There we go. Do about 10k per hit, which is expected. If you just start spamming it, I've already done 100,000 damage just with that. Like, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy damage. You're able to block and basically dodge so many attacks. You're able to avoid a lot of attacks, put them in a bubble where they're stunned and can't do anything. And you're able to do tons of damage. Like, what more could you ask for? Bankai is one of the strongest bloodlines. I'd argue it's the best PvP bloodline, just because of this kind of stuff. No matter how strong another bloodline is, this thing can dodge it, and it can basically just be a counter to it. It's a classic bloodline, holds up very well today, and that is my Itachi loadout. Alright, there's really nothing more to say here. If you have something I should have added, feel free to let me know. But if you want like an ideal PvP combat scenario, I would say get rid of Reality Style Warp, get rid of this Genjutsu and this attack move, replace it with some other bloodline that does a lot of damage or helps you out. Just so many things you can do, so many things you can do. I'd also recommend having a Tailed Spirit mode because it's basically like having a freaking third auto dodge. You have this one, you'd have the normal auto dodge, and then you'd have the Tailed Spirit, which you can ride on. There's so many things you could do here, and that's why I was undefeated for so long with Bankai Akuma. That's the truth. Itachi is basically just insane in this game. You have Bankai Akuma, you basically have one of the best bloodlines in the game. It's hard to get these days than it used to because they put it to where you can only get in the dungeons, but you can also get in the Realm Coin shop, I believe. So if you can, you ever see it, you should get it. Like, trust me. Bankai Akuma is absolutely worth it. You gotta get it. It's needed. That's it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. Expect more loadouts soon. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Fusion Timmy, signing out.